So, as part of our staffing division, we do a lot of recruiting, and that's for both teams that we build for companies as well as to do actually placement in companies. And one of the things that we're doing is that we recruit for go-to-market engineers and RevOps professionals pretty regularly. And it's both the ability to sort of quantify what's out there in the market, but also to build the ranks of our teams internally when we need labor resources. And so I've been spending a lot of time the last 2 weeks interviewing and working with folks that are proficient in Clay and HubSpot and Salesforce. And what's fascinating about this demographic of people is, first off, there's not a lot of them. So this is still a pretty sort of specific skill set, especially having that capacity inside of Clay. But what we're finding is that a lot of these individuals really have a lot of experience building Clay tables for outbound and, perpetuating this notion that you use Clay for outbound. And what's interesting is that we have just found ourselves, like at FullFunnel, we don't use Clay to sort of automate vast amounts of outbound and sort of a high volume type of run. And I think that's what the vast majority of the market is doing. And it's certainly a race to the bottom doing that. It's, it's like anything else. It's going to work for a period of time and then it's going to become less effective as the market sort of crowds into it. But what I would encourage everyone to do is to really think about building like military intelligence tables for your ICP. And I've seen a bunch of people talk about this. So this is something that the really intelligent folks are doing. But if you think about it, any company is going to have a group of active clients, right? So folks that are working currently with your organization. Those are cross-sell, upsell opportunities. It's retention opportunities. And most organizations pay zero attention to that group of people, or they at best rely on a bunch of human capital to do so, account managers, CS staff, etc. With Clay, you can really take that group of people and essentially build like military intelligence tables about like what's going on at these accounts at these client companies. And let's face it, like FullFunnel as an example, we have hundreds of clients. I do not pay attention to what's going on at every single one of those through my own sort of manual research. And what you can do is you can build these tables that effectively tell you anything that's happening at that organization within the signal criteria parameters that you build. So we're sort of getting into this space now where I think the next evolution of these sort of go-to-market people, the folks that understand this sort of engineering and usage of tools like Clay, is really going to be applying the logic in a better, more high-impact type of area of these businesses. And it's something that I'm really expecting to happen in the next few months here as folks become more comfortable with the product. What do you think?